The word Trinity is used by almost all churches in the globe. To some it means something, to others it means something else. I will not share with you what it means to me merely, but from the Bible and the Bible only, what God speaks about it. Well, let me pause here for a moment and say that these are not things I have heard one time here or there, but what you will be listening to shortly comes after me diligently studying the Word by myself, one to one with God. I would like to start with general facts that concern the written Word. When we read the Bible, we see many names and attributes of God. These names tell us something about God, who He is, and what is His nature. And thus, when I studied the Bible, I focused on these two major key points. Those names are in the Old Testament, how they are in the Hebrew Bible. We have the name Adon, occurs 27 times. Adonai, the famous name of God, 428. El, 221, which is the singular form of God. Ilah, 74 times, which is an Aramaic word, equals the Hebrew word Eloah. Elohim, the plural form of God, occurs 2340 times, addressing the true God, and about 160 times addressing the heathen gods or angels or so. Eloah, 52 times. Yah, a favorite word of King David, 40 times. Yahweh, 6,807 times, which is the most used word for God, which is His personal name in Exodus chapter 3. Shaddai, 48. Elyon, 35 times. Eli, the Aramaic word for Elyon, 9 times. All those names are easy to read, but when our eyes come on the name Elohim, we start wondering, what does it mean? God is plural? Well, that's the name I want to challenge your thinking with. Is it biblical? This video is for that after all. From where to start better than the beginning? Well, the book of Genesis, chapter 1. Every single word for God is Elohim, and the verb following the word God is singular form. In chapter 2, we see a different way of addressing God. This time, however, every single time there is the word God, it's Elohim, as it is in the case in chapter 1. But now adding to that the word Yahweh, with every single word for God in chapter 2. The reason for that is because Moses wanted to write the creation story as a doublet, 2 times next to each other. But this time is a more intimate approach. The word Yahweh means Lord, which is the way to view God as a personal God, who is near, active in our lives. And because chapter 2 talks about the creation of man and woman, so Moses, through the guidance of the Holy Spirit, paints a picture of the personal God who this time, when creating our first parents, came down to earth and used His precious hands in forming us. Kneeling down, He formed us from the dust of the ground, and He even drew so close to breathe into our nostrils the breath of life. How close God should have been when He breathed into Adam's nostrils. Yes, so close. Thus after that Adam was brought life, and he saw the face of his Maker as clear and close as it could be possible. That's what Moses wanted to paint for us, this image of Yahweh Elohim, the Lord God. Do you long to know more about this God, this Elohim? I have much to tell you about later. For now, know that it is not good for man to be alone. So how much this is true for God? If He is eternal, then He should have been with someone eternally. Aren't we created in God's own image, male and female, as the Bible declared? Tune in next week to hear the so interesting rest of the story. Until later.